If you never see me again, the mafia and Ibiza have me.
Welcome to Ibiza, arguably the #1 party destination in the world where people party all night and chill by the pool all day. Well, my holiday was going to look slightly different. Join me as I attempt to run across the whole island, taking on my first ultramarathon and climbing the highest mountain in Ibiza along the way.
This is hard. This is really hard.
This was an adventure, and possibly a world's first. I can't see that anyone else has ever done this before. And yes, this is exactly how I like to unwind whilst away on holiday.
Morning. It's a little after 5 AM. I'm on the beach in Ibiza. Hotel's just up there. And this morning we're going to be attempting an ultramarathon across the island. It's going to be about 50k. And I'm going to incorporate running over the highest mountain as well. It's only 400 metres, but that'll still be a fun part. This is Portinax Beach. So I better touch the water here. And the next time I touch it will be on the sort of like the southwest side. Come back here, you little wave. Don't want to get my shoes wet and sandy for the... Whoa, bloody hell! Jesus Christ. Naughty water. There we go. Right. Should keep me going. See you in 50k. Here we bloody go. 50k. Over a marathon, longest run I've ever done in my life. Never actually done a full marathon. So let's see how this turns out. We're up nice and early before the heat. Sunrise is in about an hour. So got plenty of time to get a good chunk done. First kilometre done.
Oh yeah, the settings in Emma's watch were for miles, not for kilometres, and somehow I didn't notice. So every time I say kilometres, I actually mean miles.
Just over 12 minutes. Just going to use this first 10k to really sort of settle into a slow and smooth pace that I can just hopefully withstand the whole day. But it's a bit bloody dark out here still. I'm glad I got this little torch. Pre-sunrise view across Sunbay. Probably the only real bit of coastline I'm gonna see, because we're gonna be cutting inland and running across the country rather than around it. Also, I've estimated myself about 6 to 8 hours to do this run. I mean, like 6 would be ridiculous, but I think 8 hours is 100% doable. But it's just hard to try and predict a time for something that you've never done before in heat that you're not used to. So we'll see how we get on. It's just one foot in front of the other and the game in your head, and then yeah, that's all that can stop you really. 6 AM, nearly 3k in. Switched the torch off, try and save a bit of the power bank battery, but it's getting a bit lighter now anyway. And you wouldn't believe it, it's bloody spitting with rain. There you go. Literally dream weather for this little jog. I'm not looking forward to that sunrise. It's already sort of 22, 23 degrees. And when that peaks out and gets working, it's gonna go up to about sort of 28 today. And that is hot to be running in. Oh, bloody hell. 53 minutes in, 4.5k in. Not good. I think my original prediction of 8 hours is probably going to be undoable. It's going to be nearer to 10, I reckon. But Google Maps says you can walk it in like 10 hours. So I don't know who the f***'s walking that fast. But to be fair, that first 5k is slow. I've literally been inclining the whole way. I've just come down this hill, which has been absolutely lovely. And I've stumbled across these bins. So I'm going to get rid of this water. Quite frankly, it's annoying me carrying it in my hands. But obviously it's been helpful on the hydration front. Nearly 1 litre down, got 2 litres in the bladder. I'm going to smash a quick banana here as well to get rid of that and get a bit of energy. And I've got more food and stuff in my bag that you'll see along the way. And I'm sure there's going to be loads of food stops and drink stops. So unfortunately we're running along quite a lot of roads. And I've got Emma's girly watch on because my app messed up, so Got to use girl's watch. Which one's black? Oh yeah, it's plastic. Looking at the map, I've actually done quite a lot. I'm already down to sort of like this hairpin just down here. And this is this roundabout where I spin it around here. So pretty good going so far. Actually made a half decent dent, which I didn't think I was going to be making that much of a dent yet. So it's always good when you have to turn the page on the map. I think you all know what's about to go down here. I'm afraid it's that time in the morning. Nature's calling. Bloody hell. Had to go back on myself slightly, but I think that needs to be dispersed off. What an absolute classic. You shit on floor? €50 every time. I haven't done one of those in a while, but needs are a must. And I guess that answers my questions, what people do on these ultra long runs and stuff. You just gotta drop your cacks and do it on the side of the road. But we're a couple of kilos lighter. We've lost the water bottle in hand. We're nice and warmed up. So let's smash out some kilometers. Sun is rising. Probably kick out time at the clubs by now. And I might have crossed paths with a few people just finishing their night. And I'm just starting this day / journey. Oh no, there's a petrol station. I could have had a nice comfy crap. Absolutely eating the kilometers up on these nice straight bits, nicely tarmacked roads, and obviously nice and light, so I can see where I'm putting my feet so I can open up a bit, but still trying to keep the stride length pretty short and cadence high. I want to try and do some efficient running, but I think that's efficient running. I basically don't want my legs to go past vertical, so I can keep up a nice steady pace all day. The sun has just peeked out over the top of that mountain. We're leaving this main road and now getting onto this slightly quieter road, which is nice. And I'm about to smash down the first little energy booster. Gotta be careful in this track. Some proper ankle busting potholes and stones. So I'll concentrate for this bit. I'll tell you what, I'd be for delivering those views, but it's mad to think there's literally a mountain range all the way over there in the far distance, and I'm gonna either be running over it or at least running to that at some point today, and that looks like a long way away. This first 10k done. Bloody slow 10k. That's over like 2 hours, which is a little bit worrying, but not a lot you can do about it. But that first 10k was obviously quite a slow one. Had the emergency toilet stop, and it was dark, and there was a lot of elevation in that first 10k as well. But then of course it was the coolest part of the day, and I had most of my energy then. So now we'll see if we can stick to it. That's 20% of the mission done, just another 4 of those. So it's going to look around sort of like more than 10 to 12 hour time cap, I reckon, compared to the 6 to 8 that I had somehow managed to predict in my hotel room last night. So yeah, first 10k, let's go. So it's just gone 8 o'clock and I've just passed through a small little town, stocked up some new water, and also got some chicken and rice on the go. No idea how this is going to sit in my belly when I start running again, but we'll soon find out. Hopefully it gives me a little burst of energy and keeps the calories in. Yeah, back on the old dirt roads. I also noticed during that little stop that the Google Maps route is not the same that I drew on my map last night. So there's a little bit of a difference, but if I follow the phone one for now, we should be able to link it up later. But I think this is going to make it come in slightly shorter. Probably nearer the sort of like the 42k, but we'll see what the Garmin says at the end of the day. Chicken and rice went down lovely. Let's hope it stays down. Now I've also been told that in Ibiza, pills are a very common thing to do, and you can't go to the island without popping a few pills. So I thought, when in Rome, I'll get a little multivitamin pill, the only one I'll be doing, and it will help me run across the island. Oh, oh no. Bit of dust. Oh. Bloody let's go, boys. This is beautiful here, nice and shaded from the sun. We'll run through a little forest, don't mind if I do. Nature calls for the second time, so I have to do another little stop on the side. About 15k in now, and I guess I'm kind of running along there, like almost motorway, I guess. It's 80 kilometers per hour limit. I don't actually know if I should be running along here, but I haven't been hit or told off yet, so that's good. Let me show you this for a bit of mid-morning motivation. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but if I zoom out on the old maps, look at that. These two little old legs have trotted me across half of Ibiza. One more half to go. The kilometres are ticking up very, very slowly. I mean, these dirt paths are nice, but not good for progress. Getting a few little niggles as well. We're coming up to like the 20k mark, nearish. Hips are starting to ache a little bit, arch to the feet, and a bit of sort of tenderness around head of right fibula. But obviously it's going to hurt. It's running on the road for a long old time. I think time-wise, I'm not even literally worried about what I get. Whatever I run it in, it'll be a PB. And it's nothing like running in the UK when you've got sort of like the heat, the hills, the nature poos, the bloody navigation, the water stops. There's a lot of stuff which takes up time and slows you down. So just going to enjoy running across the island, seeing little bits like this that no one's ever going to see, and then just going to look at that big old line across it on the Garmin app when I finished it, and that'll be my satisfaction done. In the last sort of hour or so, I'm not ashamed to admit there's been a fair bit of walking. It's turning into a run slash hike. It's quite a lot of niggles, quite a lot of aches and pains, and I'm now going along the side of this dual carriageway, which I don't really feel like I should be running along the side of, and I don't fancy running in this sort of shrubland because that's just asking for an ankle twist and an early finish really. But I've only got about a kilometre stretch along this road, and then I come off and then back onto the more quieter roads. So I'm going to use this time just to get the heart rate back down, recover a bit, have plenty of water, and then get a good run on the other side. We've got about 20 kilometers left of the challenge, so done a good chunk of it, broken the back of it, and now we've got like the second leg to do almost. So yeah, feeling good, feeling positive. Can't wait to get in that sea at the end. That's going to be lovely. While I'm walking in a ditch. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, sea is going to be lovely at the end. Can't wait to dunk my head in there and have a good old refreshing up, so I'm absolutely soaked with sweat. Holy shit, I can see the sea. I don't know if you can see that, but that's good news. That means we're nearly across the island. That way is San Antonio, but we're going this way. Just seen that mountain top in the distance. I assume that's the one I'm going to be climbing over in the next couple of hours. Oh, look out. They must have known I was coming. Oh, gazelle legs over here. Hey. Oh, that feels good. Little stretch through the old leggies. Oh, this is hard. This is really hard. 15 kilometers left and one mountain, but the mountain's only 400 meters high, so it's not really too bad, he says. But on tired old legs, I reckon that's going to be a push. Yeah, I was feeling pretty apprehensive for this challenge, to be fair, because it's one of those ones that you never actually know if you're going to finish it or not. And most things I'm pretty confident I can get done. Just takes a lot of willpower, and just got to accept sometimes it can be a bit of a snail's pace, but it doesn't really matter. I'm not doing it for anyone else, I'm only doing it for me. I tell you what, about 2.5k in this morning, I was thinking, bloody hell, this is one massive challenge. And you know, you always have that voice in the back of your head, oh, if I just turn around now, just do 5k. I don't really need to tell anyone I tried it, I can just fail quietly. But I'm glad I cracked on. Well, I'm always really going to crack on. I literally have to get dragged home in a taxi to not complete this. Let's try and get this last bit done with these stiff old knees and ankles. Hopefully this has helped. Time is 11:30, so it's approaching that midday heat. I think it's supposed to go up to about 28 today, which is warm. And my ankle, my right one in particular, is not particularly enjoying this. It's playing up a little bit, which is fair enough. So I've been doing a couple of like interval runs, run for a bit, walk for a bit, but I'm going to give it a bit of a rest now. I'm going to walk to the next town, which isn't too far, and then stock up on some drinks and food and have hopefully a little sit down. Whilst we slow the old pace down, I'm going to go for a bit of damage limitation on the old sunburnt neck. Don't know how much is going to help. It's probably already burnt. I've topped up I put 3 lots of sun cream on today, but it's in the blazing heat all day. And I feel like when you're out here and you just put in sun cream on a sweaty neck, does it actually do anything? Or does it just run straight off? I don't know. Yep, water's out in the middle of bloody buttfuck nowhere. And I'm also trying to stay well clear of this little lip here, because that is asking just to send me into the ditch. Okay, that's a good sight. There's a town. It looks like it should be like a spa or something up here. I can't wait to get a Lucozade in my mouth. It's going to taste so good. Oh, dreams do come true. Gonna go get some munch from the spa. I'm going to sit in that chair in the shade and eat it. Decent little finds. Going to replenish all the sugars and some carbs, and then I'm going to eat that chili con carne in the bag as well. Nice little lunch and refuel. Tested the ankle out, it's not having any of it, so I'm not going to push. I'm going to listen to it, and I'm going to just hike the last 10k. So now we're heading up the mountain. Bit of a steep climb up to there, so where those 2 bollard phone post things are, I think it's the top, and then we should have a banging view from there, and then it's a home stretch down to the beach. Hike's offering some decent views already. That's sort of San Antonio Bay and sort of like the strip end of Ibiza. Oh, Sa Talaiassa. Where it's about to get a bit more meaty for the old legs. Oh, it's going to be some steady old progress. Oh my days, these views are going to be sick from the top. Also as well, I can't do any lazy steps. So I just done a lazy step back there and nearly tripped up like a rock with these tired legs. I'll tell you what, game changer, this little path being covered in like a forest. Literally trees everywhere, nice and shaded. This is such a nice little climb. I'm so glad I came this way. It's going to be sick from the top, but it's such a nice little walk up to the highest point. Looks like we're getting pretty close to the top. However, this little mound should be the best view in the whole of Ibiza. Let's see. Oh bloody hell, it's flat up here. Is that the peak, or that way's definitely higher? Let's go that way. Boys, looking pretty damn good. I'm not going to spoil it just yet. This must be the top. The old sort of mural there, I guess. Complete it, and there's the view. What a stanker. Woo! 360, baby. Oh. So still heading down this mountain track, so I thought I'd pop the old sweets open, rude not to. Oh. No, good. Got about 4 or 5k left. Final map turn has been done, which is always a good sign. The Gatorade is flowing. Let's bloody go. Right, here's a bit of an issue. Probably have B or L, whatever that bloody means, and some worn off sign over there. To be honest, I'd have to walk miles back on myself to go around this. I've not seen anyone for ages. It's probably just like mafia down there or something. But on this map, white road means public road, and we're like around here somewhere. So there's a public road, and the little red cross in the box, it's private access only or barred to cars, just a red cross by itself. and this has neither on the map. So, I mean, I think it's just a homemade sign, to be honest. I think I'm gonna bloody risk it. Shh. If you never see me again, the map you're in Ibiza, have me. Come find me. With that sign, we literally just sort of like snaked away down there. Now we're on this track. Haven't bumped into anyone yet, so hopefully we're in the clear. Oh, we are into the final kilometre. So about sort of like 10-15 minutes until we get to that beach. And then Romeo done. Bloody hell. What a mission. My Garmin's actually only registering about sort of like 30 odd K, so I don't know if it's Google Maps made an error or I made an error. Last 500, Jesus Christ, what a shift. It's going to be nearly 11 hours by the time I complete this, thanks to the good old right ankle down there. But I'm so close, I could almost taste the sea. I can't wait to get in. Time to get a little glimpse of this sea that we're going to be jumping into in a minute. Ah, oh, real well high. How the hell am I supposed to get down there? Oh, balls. Does it nice though? So I spoke to a lady who was camping on the cliff, and she said I can go this way down and sort of round the fishing sort of boats and buildings. That way is not possible unless you go back on the road and all the way around, which is long. And that's a shortcut that I tried to take, but it definitely didn't work. Made it through the restaurant, down the cliff, now just across these like old boat sheds. Just what you need after that 32k hike. Oh, made it to the beach. Look at that. Found this private little sort of cove all to myself. Basically because there's loads of booths around the corner. I don't want to look like a big old pervert filming around there with everyone else. So we're gonna jump in here and cool off, finally. Also, let's stop the old timer. Oh, that feels good to do that. Oh, that feels bloody good. Oh, a bit sharp in the old rock though. Oh yeah, that's bloody nice. Just what the doctor bloody ordered. Oh, glad I got that little challenge ticked off. I had that on my radar for about 2 years now. I wanted to do it last time I was here, but didn't really have time to tick it off. So yeah, challenge complete. I don't know what's coming next, but I'll tell you what I do know. Have fun, stay bloody young, baby.